What is going on, YouTube? How are we today? I have 2 knife reviews in 2 days, and I like that. And I am back with a great knife that has been requested for me to review quite a few times because they see it on my Instagram a whole lot and SMKW Army a whole lot. And somebody mentioned it in my last video. It was like, hey man, when are you gonna review that? And I said soon. And this is as soon as I can do it. So that's what I'm doing. But first, I want to discuss something. This channel, I do my knife reviews for entertainment. If you want a sciencey knife review, if you want something that has a black platform and measuring tapes, and it just shows the knife and somebody's hands are doing this all the time and they're opening it and shutting it 15,000 times and they're discussing the measurements and the width of it, this is not the channel for you. It's not. This is like hype reviews. Andy from Smoky Mountain Knife Works, thanks for the shout outs, by the way, said it's like listening to big time wrestling. And that's exactly what I was going for. He gets it. And some of my subscribers get it. They're just meant to be fun. They're meant to be exciting. They're meant to be slightly loud and in your face. And that's okay. Go over to Big Red EDC. Go to his channel. He does amazing stuff with his knife reviews. He lays it out, he measures it, he opens it up, he talks about the knives. You can go over to Tobias Gibson's YouTube channel. He's very good. He opens them up, he measures them, he talks about them. Nick Chavez, he opens them up, he measures them, he talks about them. This is a different channel. There's 15,000 knife reviewers out there. I'm just a really exciting one, and hopefully you get a little giggle out of it and a small amount of entertainment out of our mundane lives, and you go, hey, I'm interested in that knife. Let's go see what that exciting guy over there on the YouTube says about it. So, with that being said, I am going to review today, ooh, it's so nice, boom, the Benchmade Tangu by Jared Oser Designs. I love this knife so much. It is by far my favorite knife I have ever bought, ever. This is my numero uno. I love it more than my Hinderer. I love it more than my Northwoods. I love it more than my GECs. And I hate to say it, I like it more than my Rough Riders. But they're two different things. This, to me, is the perfect, just perfect way to hybrid traditional looks with a modern flipper. The lines are sleek. They have G10 handles, which makes it light. Small criticism, I really wish they would put micarta in there, and I'm really hoping and praying that Benchmade and J. Oser do sort of like a sprint run, maybe for a little more dough, and put some micarta, maybe some different shield colors under that micarta, which would make them very appealing to my eyeballs. This is why I like this knife. Look at this. Boop. That blade is almost completely hidden. It's sleek, it's slender, it's non-intimidating. It has a beautiful traditional look where you would show this to your grandfather and he'd go, now that's a knife, young boy. And then you would show this to your friend and they go, man, that is a gentleman's folder if I have ever seen one. I like that they have the underline here and the cutout of the G10, the black G10, and there is a little bit of texture right here. The sun just shifted, so hopefully you guys can see that and I don't look powdery. Ooh, look at that. So the pocket flipper right here, the little pocket pecker right here is not a big deal. It looks like it flips out, but Benchmade and I think J. Oser thought of that and went, hey, why don't we throw in a kick-ass leather slip? Oh yeah, baby. And then it fits right in there and you can stick it in your pocket. It won't get dinged up and dented and scratched, even though knives are meant to be used. This one is almost too pretty. I like the tanto, the traditional tanto blade to it. In my opinion, Jay Uzer's like the LeBron James of knife designers. There's very few people, him and Pena, those guys are amazing to me. Amazing. And I'm a bit of a fanboy, and I can't afford their customs. I'm never going to be able to afford a custom knife. I work a state job. I make like $40,000 a year. I'm not a rich guy. But this feels close enough to a Jay Uzer custom where I feel regal. It makes me feel special when I pull this out. I pull this out and people go, holy crap, look at that knife. Look how unique and neat it is. It is a non-assisted blade, but I'm telling you, that detent is something, oh, it just flies right out. That detent is perfection. I don't know how they did it at Benchmade. I don't know who the hell they hired to build this knife for Jay Uzer. It's just incredible. It is just such an incredible knife design. I can't get enough of it. I like how that blade sinks almost completely into that handle. Let's see. Look at that. It only sticks out that much. It only sticks out that much. I really enjoy that. I enjoy the massive layering. Let's see if I can get the sun to... Oh, there we go. There's layering. There's black and white layering in the back spacer here. I like how it's a full back spacer, how it kind of closes off the whole entire knife. Everything about this knife was smartly done. Smartly done, well done, smartly done. It's just a damn good knife. I haven't disassembled it. I don't find any reason to disassemble it. But if you were to disassemble it, I think you could, because they have the little hex screws right there. Maybe for a good oil and lube. I'll tell you something that I was looking at last night when I was thinking about what I was going to say about this knife, because when I first got it, I was kind of at loss for words. I know, surprise to me too. I like how the liner lock is not a heavy profile on that. That is a delicious lineup right there. Lockup right there. But look how small that protrudes out of the handle. You see that? I mean, those lines are so sleek. You can only see 3 bumps, that little jimping right there. But that jimping's smart, because I got big fat meat hands, right? And this isn't a very big knife. It's not a large knife at all. But it fits good in my big fat meat hands. And when I want to lock it, or when I want to close it, that jimping catches my thumb so beautifully well. And it just falls right shut. Boop. Without gouging. There's no hot spots in this knife. I cannot find a hot spot, and I kind of dare anybody to find a hot spot in there. I'm sure Nick Chabez would be able to find a hot spot somewhere. He has the most delicate hands I've ever seen. He'll be like, there's a hot spot right there. I'm like, oh, okay. But that is a beautiful knife. These run, they're a little expensive. Now these and these are normally out of my price range. Normally I'm into the budget slip joints, because that's what makes me happy. I like having tons of knives. I want all of the knives. And if I can spend $20 on a knife and it's a good quality knife, that makes me happy for a month or a month and a half, and then I get another one and that makes me happy, then it was money well spent for that knife. But this was $187 with free shipping. With tax, it was $199. That's what I paid to get it to my door. And I was kind of hurt about that. I was like, oh man, I don't know if I should. That's a lot of money. And I sold some knives and I sold a watch to get it. And I was like, oh, you know, should I really spend this much money? You know how many Rough Riders I could have bought for $200? But then I kept staring at it. I said, man, this is going to be a grail knife for me. This is going to be a certifiable, just something I can brag about, something that you could pull out and it's going to grab people's attention in a classy way. You don't always need the OTF out the front handles. You don't always need to be super tactical all the time. Sometimes you just need to carry something light. You could throw this in a suit pant, something like that, and it is beautifully done. I just think this is the smartest designed knife I've seen in a long time. And I really, really hope that a lot of other higher end knife manufacturers take note of this. Start hiring these traditional knife designers that the common folk, we're never going to be able to afford a custom. Some of these customs are $1,100, $1,200, $1,700. That's a lot of money. $900 is a lot of money. $187 is kind of doable for a lot of people. I'm not saying it's doable for everybody. I had to sell some knives to get this one. I sold a case and some other things. And I'm not mad at it. Sometimes you gotta dwindle the collection down to get something you really, really want. And I'm just so glad it didn't disappoint. The blade centering is right on par. Oh my goodness, that sunlight. Holy mackerel. Look at that blade centering. Ooh, buddy. So that's my review. You can get these online. Almost everywhere I've seen is the same exact price, $187. And if you're paying $187 online for a knife, I hope to God you're smart enough to not pay for shipping. They should cover the shipping for $187. That's what I think about this. They do have, I want to point that out if you can see it, they do have this beautiful tiny, tiny swedge right on the tip of here. And I just love that. But that's my knife review for the Benchmade Tangu. Put that in my slip. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you. Hopefully you guys get some entertainment out of my videos. If you want to see me get a little more geeky, please watch some of my bourbon reviews. That's where I get a little more serious about what I'm talking about. I am serious what I talk about on my knives. Everything I say, I wholeheartedly believe in. But, you know, I like to have fun with these videos. That's what YouTube's for. It's for fun. It's not to be all super serious all the time. So if that is what you're into, I appreciate you guys liking, subscribing, sharing, telling a buddy. It means a lot to me. I like doing them, and I will keep doing them as long as I still have people watching them. So other than that, you guys take care. I will probably be back soon with a bourbon review, and I got another knife coming in that I'm going to review, which is kind of going to be funny because it's a little guy. And I have 2 more knives coming in. So we got some stuff in the works. Please stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Please tell a friend. I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great day. I'm going swimming.